Man, first of all, y'all follow my Instagram, man. Code.manxx. Follow my Instagram. Code.manxx. We going up on there. Now we finna get to it, y'all. 7 signs God is with you and you're on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So you guys gotta understand that. First of all, you hit that like button, y'all, that share button, y'all subscribe to the channel. Also, to donate. Don't hate, guys. All right. So you guys gotta deny yourself. You know what I'm saying? When it comes up, the Bible says deny yourself, right? And allow God to lead you and guide you. You know, He'll guide you into all truth. All right. So we finna get into it, guys. Number one, God save your soul. This is a sign that God is with you and you're on the right path. You know, you can truly find your God-given purpose through salvation. You know what I'm saying? After you go through salvation, then you can, then God give you elevation, right? Because you find your purpose. You know what I'm saying? In this third dimensional realm, a lot of people, they don't want God to save their soul. You know what I'm saying? They have a low vibration. You know what I'm saying? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, right? This is what the Bible says. You know what I'm saying? And the earth is given into the hands of the devil. You know what I'm saying? The devil, he control the earth, right? You know what I'm saying? So you guys gotta understand that God allowed that. And since the devil, you know, is the prince of the earth, right? He's the prince of the air. Um, a lot of people, they have a low vibration. They're not gonna allow God to God's spirit to work His energy. They can't activate that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so caught up in they're attached to this third dimensional realm at a low frequency, right? They're attached to materialism. They're attached to religion. You know what I'm saying? They're attached to false information. You know what I'm saying? So you guys gotta understand that, man. There are a lot of people in this third dimensional realm. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to accept God. But when you accept God, you know, and God save your soul, you are on the right path. Because like I said, when God save your soul, that's when you're gonna truly find peace. That's when you're gonna truly find spiritual wisdom. Right? You're gonna be connected because you're connected to the most high. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, you gotta deviate from a lot of these carnal minded thinkings. A lot of you cannot allow man and woman to lead you, right? You gotta allow God to lead you. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says, acknowledge God in all your ways. You know what I'm saying? He shall direct your path. You gotta acknowledge Him and deny yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you guys gotta understand that when God save your soul, this is something that God is with you and you are on the right path. You know what I'm saying? When God is not in your life, you know what I'm saying? You can't spiritually open up that vortex so God can, the Spirit of God can work His energy in your life. So you guys gotta understand that, yeah, it takes time because a lot of people, they don't want God in their life because it comes with maturity. It comes with responsibility. A lot of people, they want to live their life with no responsibility. They want to live life like a kid, psychologically, because a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they're psychologically, bound to this third dimensional realm. They had a low frequency. They had a low vibration. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to understand that it all works in symbiotic connection. All right, guys. Number two, another sign God is with you and you're on the right path. God is blessing you. This is a sign that God's with you and you are on the right path. When God bless you, a lot of times He don't bless you right quick. It takes time. You know what I'm saying? Because God, He got to equip you. God got to test you. You know what I'm saying? This is why the blessings of God take time, because God got to deal with you. God got to humble you, right? Excuse me. Before you receive that blessing. So when you receive that blessing, you can be a blessing. So you guys gotta understand, man, this is a sign that God's with you, you are on the right path. God said He'll hold no good thing from us. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to prosper. You know what I'm saying? He wants you to win. But first, you got to deny yourself. And first, you gotta accept God. God gotta save your soul. Right? And when God save your soul, that's when He can make you whole, right? You know what I'm saying? So God got to change your whole life around, a total 360, right, to get blessed by God. You know what I'm saying? Because God breakthroughs is gonna continue. You know what I'm saying? The devil breakthrough, when the devil give you a breakthrough, you know what I'm saying? It happened real fast, and then after a while, it goes away. It's not obtainable. You know what I'm saying? But when God give you a breakthrough, it's sustainable, right? God makes sure that you stay up. You know what I'm saying? Because God said He'll never leave you nor forsake you. He'll be with you for, to the end of your time. So you guys gotta understand this, man. That this is a sign that God is with you and you are on the right path. God is blessing you, man. All right. So those blessings, you know what I'm saying, that you receiving from God, God got to make sure He's gonna equip you, right? He's gonna basically be with you during that time, during that breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, they all about self. They're self worshiping. You know what I'm saying? They putting themselves before God. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with ego. That's attached to the third dimensional realm. You know what I'm saying? Which acclimated to the demonic spirits, which is acclimated to Satan, right? Because when you all about yourself, that's what Satan wants you to be about, all about just yourself. But when you deny yourself, right, in modesty, and God start blessing you, this is a sign that God's with you and you are on the right path. And God is going to open up a door that no man can close. No woman can close, right? This is what God do when He bless you. He makes sure that door stay open. But it's only for you. You know what I'm saying? No, what God got for you is for you. Nobody ain't going to be able to open that door or be able to enter that door except you. Because you have your own spiritual journey with God. Right? You have your own narrow path with God. All right, guys, it's a personal relationship with God. All right, guys. Number 3, another sign God is with you and you're on the right path. You pass God's test. This is another sign that God's with you and you are on the right path. You pass God's test. See, God gonna test you, and also too, you're gonna be tested by the devil. So it's gonna be a balance there. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta make sure that you tap into that energy of God and develop Christ consciousness so you can pass the test of the devil and you can pass the test of God, right? You know what I'm saying? Because God chastises those whom He loves, right? If you don't pass that test, right? You allow the devil, you allow Satan to distract you. You allow Satan to, come in and, lead you to the wrong direction, right? Because, like I said, we're not perfect. You can't be too heavenly minded to the point where you're not earthly good. You know what I'm saying? We still got some sort of earth in us, you know what I'm saying? As human beings. You know what I'm saying? We are attached to nature. But you got to have that spirit of discernment to decipher between what's good and what's evil. Should I do this or should I not do this, right? But God, He's going to test you. But when you pass God's test, God can elevate you. That means that you're ready for the next chapter. That means that you're ready for the next breakthrough. That means that you're ready for the next come up, the next elevation. You know what I'm saying? So you guys gotta understand that, man. Passing God's test, that's definitely a sign that you are on the right path. You know what I'm saying? You like I said, in this third dimensional realm, if you really want to climb Jacob's ladder, you gotta have God in your life. It ain't no other way. You know what I'm saying? It's only one way, and that's God's way. All right, guys. Another sign that God's with you, you are on the right path. You have haters. This is a sign that God's with you and you are on the right path. When you have more and more haters, and you know that you're doing the right thing, you got God in your life, people won't hate on you. People not gonna like you because you stand for what's right. You stand for the truth. This world, it's slowly, it's flipped. Everything is backwards, right? People stand behind people that do wrong, right? People saying that they are savage, they'll do this and do that. A lot of people stand behind that drama, that negativity, that low vibration. But when you are connected to God, most people, they're not going to stand behind you. When you believe in doing what's right, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to stand behind you because they're carnal minded. They have not accepted God. You know what I'm saying? They have a low frequency, right? They haven't truly denied themselves, right? They have not allowed God's Spirit to work His energy in their life. So you guys got to understand this, man. So when you have haters, this is a sign that God's with you and you are on the right path. Like I said, the wicked watch the righteous. And a lot of wicked people going to be watching you when you righteous, when you doing the right thing. A lot of wicked people, they're going to watch you guys. It just comes with the process. It just comes with walking a narrow path. You know what I'm saying? It's just the truth. A lot of people, they don't want to accept this, but it is what it is. if everybody is loving you and liking you, you're carnal minded. You know what I'm saying? You attached to this third dimensional realm. You don't have God's spirit working His energy in your life, because people, they didn't like Christ when He was on this earth. A lot of people, they didn't like Him, right? So a lot of people, they're not gonna like you either, because you believe in what's right. You know what I'm saying? You're not following what's wrong. You're not following you know what I'm saying, what these celebrities telling you to do. You're not doing that. You're doing what God wants you to do. You in that high vibration. You no longer your own, right? The old man, the old woman has been put to death. The whole all things become new, right? You have risen from, you know, your old carnal-minded thinking. You risen from your old carnal-minded ways. You deviated from your attachments, right? That was negative. No, you broke the chains of your bad habits. You broke the chains of your bad attitude. You know, you broke the chains of your bad thinking, right? This is what happens when you connect to God. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have haters, guys. You know what I'm saying? Your haters is your motivators. You know, they're gonna elevate you, right? You know what I'm saying? And what you do is, when they come down to your haters, you feed off that frequency. You know what I'm saying? The more people hate on me, man, I feed off that frequency. It causes me to want to do more. You know what I'm saying? It caused me to want to keep going, right? I look at it in a positive way, not in a negative way. When people talking about me, someone Discord, right, trying to bring me down, trying to find something wrong with me, trying to pick, trying to scandalize my name. You know what I'm saying? I just feed off of that energy and continue to elevate, you know, even more. All right, guys, I have God with me, and God got His hedge around me. All right, guys? Number 5, guys, another sign that God is with you and you're on the right path. You tell people about God. This sign that God is with you when you are on the right path. Right? Now, don't get it confused. There's people out here that tell people about God, but they have a form of godliness, right? You know, they have a strong zeal of God, right? They're not really truly allowing God to work His energy in their life, right? They haven't really accepted God in their life, right? You know what I'm saying? So you got to cycle between people that just say, oh yeah, I know God, there's a God, and people actually prove it to you what they don't have to prove it to you. When you can feel it, you notice that this person really got God in their life through their actions, right? Not just by what they say, through their actions, what they do. You know what I'm saying? What type of frequency they on? What do they believe in, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, what type of works is they doing out here in this third dimensional realm? So you guys got to understand that, man. You know, especially nowadays, because it's a lot of people that they're putting on the front, they're putting on the act, they're putting on a show, right? Even it's a lot of pastors out here. I'm not saying all pastors are doing this, because it's not true, but it's a lot of pastors out here putting on the act, putting on a show. They have a strong zeal of God, right? But they're not truly allowing God's spirit to work His energy in their life to the point where they're putting in the works, right? You know what I'm saying? They're not allowing God to order their footsteps. All right, guys? So you guys got to understand this, man, that this is something that you're on the right path and God is with you. Number 6, guys, it's just you and God. This is something that you are on the right path and God's with you. It's just you and God. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it's just me and God. You know, I'm not letting no body come between me and the love of God. You know, I won't allow that to happen, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I've leaned out to my own understanding. But I'm acknowledging God, you know, in all of my ways. And I'm allowing God to direct my path, right? You know, I'm not being wavered by what man think. I'm not being tricked by, you know, what women think. You know what I'm saying? I can't allow the world, the trickery of this world to dictate my life. I'm allowing God to dictate my life. I'm allowing God to elevate me. I'm allowing God to order my footsteps, right? You know what I'm saying? You guys gotta understand this, man. You could tell, man. You could just feel the energy when somebody got God in their life and somebody don't have God in their life. You know what I'm saying? It really, really shows, guys. All right, so you guys gotta make sure that you know, that when it's just you and God, man, everything is just so peaceful. Like the more people I hang around, the more it pulled. It was like, it seemed like it was pulling me away from myself. You know, and when other people is trying to zap your energy, they pulling on your energy. You know what I'm saying? Trying to pull you away from themselves. They want you to do what they want you to do. You know, carnal-minded people, the people that's carnal-minded, this is what they're doing. This is why they don't have no connection with the Most High. Right? They don't acknowledge God because they're allowing men people, places, and things, and human beings to influence them. They're not allowing the Spirit of God to influence them, right? You know, they haven't activated that, right? Because they have a low frequency. You know, they're carnal minded. They're not spiritually minded. That's connected to the Most High, right? So you guys gotta understand that, man. Excuse me. That when it's just you and God, it's a sign that you are on the right path, and God is with you. You know, like I said, I found so much peace in that. All right, guys. Number 7, you cut off distractions and low vibrational people. This is a sign that God's with you, and you're on the right path. When you cut off these distractions and low vibrational people, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, if nothing is connected to the purpose that God gave you, you need it. It's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's say if you're working a regular job, right? Now, that can be a distraction, but like I said, you need to pay your bills. Continue to work that regular job until your purpose take off. You know what I'm saying? If you got a purpose on the side, it's people that they go to college and then they work a little side job on the side, right? But they continue to do that until their purpose take off. I'm not telling you leave your job and try to go into your purpose full time as soon as you start your purpose, because that's a lot of times it takes time. Like I said, it's slow at first. When God finna bless you, it's slow at first. The blessing comes slow, right? And then He speeds it up over time. You know what I'm saying? Because God can speed up your blessing too, right? But it takes time. You know, it's a build-up. Now, when saying speed up your blessing come as soon as you start something. It just come. Selling drugs, scamming. As soon as you start that, a lot of money, a lot of times, it just come a lot of times, right? If you know what you're doing, it's gonna come fast, right? But it don't last, right? So you guys gotta understand that, man. When you cut off distractions and low vibrational people, guys, I had to cut off a lot of distractions. I had to cut off a lot of low vibrational people. I'm glad that a lot of people do not hit me up. I'm so glad, man, that I don't have a lot of friends, a lot of dudes hit me up about stuff and tell me do this and do that. Now, I have guys, you know, try me and stuff like that, try to get me to send money to them when they in jail. You know, I've done it one time, but, you know what I'm saying, not no more, because people, they try to take you for granted. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people out here, bro, they're low vibrational. I learned how to just deviate from just low vibrational people. Now, I don't have no friends. I have associates that I know that's, you know, doing crazy stuff, you know, that doing stuff like, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. They know me. I'm going to just say they know of me. That's why I say they're associates, right? I went to school with them, right? But I don't have no friends out here, true friends out here that's doing the wrong thing. Like my friend, he's in college. He got God in his life. You know, these are all my friends got something positive that they're doing connected to God. Even my brothers, right? I got 2 brothers, right? Well, I really got 3, but one of my brothers, he passed away a long time ago, right? But his name was Bartel. He was a DJ on 1 or 2 channels. But anyway, I got 2 brothers, right? 2 biological brothers, right? They're doing something that's positive, man, spiritual. You know, we all doing something that's spiritual, right? So I don't have no, and like I said, my actual friends that I do have friends ain't that many. They doing something that's right too, right? But God, when you cut off those distractions and you cut off low vibrational people, because like I said, a lot of people, they got low self-esteem. A lot of people, they're doing the same routines. They're not trying to grow. They're not trying to elevate, you know, spiritually, right? They're not trying to get a better connection with God. You know what I'm saying? You know, so when you cut off these type of people, you can see things much clearer, right? God can open doors. You can see the doors that God is opening for you, right? You can see that you're manifesting. You know, you're growing. You know what I'm saying? When you're not hanging around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of people, bro, they ain't nothing but a distraction. A lot of people is trying to like control you. A lot of people trying to manipulate you. This is a manipulating world, guys. You know, it's a lot of people got dark souls, right? They trying to do anything to try to get what they want out of you without working for it. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a low vibration. But you work for what you got, right? So faith without works is dead. So you guys got to understand that this sign that God's with you and you are on the right path. Now, once you get to where you want to be in life, chosen ones, don't bring a low vibrational people around you just to flaunt and flash about what you got. Because trust me, you know what I'm saying? Bad company corrupts good manners. Hope you guys know that. This is why, like I said, I keep my circle real small. You know what I'm saying? And when I elevate, I elevate. It's just my time. It's my time, right? It's my breakthrough. But trust me, I'm gonna have my own place. I'm not gonna have nobody coming there really. If it's not my brothers or my mom and dad or one of my friends or like I'm gonna say like two or one of my friends, you know what I'm saying, coming there, nobody else can come there, right? I'm not allowing people to come to my house, and if they bring other people to my house, they cut off. I don't care who they is. You know what I'm saying? I limit everything that I do, guys. I have a limit on everything. This is how you gotta move in this third dimensional realm because, like I said, when you get your breakthrough, a lot of people they're gonna be jealous of you. They're gonna be hating on you, right? You gotta pay attention to the people that's happy. You gotta pay attention to the people when you are happy. They get happy, right? They happy for you. You gotta pay attention to those type of people. Those are the type of people that genuinely want to see you happy. But the people that's not happy when you reach your goals, they don't want to see you happy because they're not happy. So they have a low vibration. You gotta cut them off, guys. All right. So I hope you guys got some positive. I hope it elevates you. I hope that it grew you in some sort of way. Hope that it